But how did the late president face reporters during his time? Veteran Filipino journalists remember FVR and his contributions to our society. Our correspondent Stanley Gaheta reports.
Diligent. He was a very diligent president.
Action. Action.
For veteran journalists Vergel Santos and Melinda Quintos de Jesus, the words diligent and action best describe the late president. They remember FVR's dedication to serve the country wholeheartedly.
He was prepared to conduct a relationship of mutual respect between power and freedom, between the presidency and the journalist.
You know that if you're covering him, and if he ever invites you to join whatever it is that he's doing, you need to be ready for the action.
Santos writes for Business World, while Quintos de Jesus was a Philippine Star columnist that time.
He always made himself accessible to the press. We quarreled quite a bit. I mean, and he, you know, he allowed violent exchanges, so long as they were verbal. He respected journalists. He respected constitutional freedom.
I thought this man knows how to do these things, and he decides right away what is best, I think, for the people, to bring whatever aid that he could bring. He realized right away that governance involved communicating with the media.
For them, FVR filled the huge gap after Cory Aquino's administration, providing stability to a country enjoying its newly restored democracy.
Kahit military siya, hindi niya hinigpitan ang democratic space. Hindi niya binawasan ang democratic space.
While each leader may be judged differently as a success or failure, they hope Ramos was able to accomplish one thing.
I think he did not do enough to put the Marcoses in their place. You know, remember that the Marcoses returned from exile at about his term and stayed on. I warned that in time, if these people had not been put in their place, they would be back in power in no time. I told him that.
For two journalists, FVR was a visionary leader and was not afraid to criticize or praise leaders after him.
I've never known of a more diligent. He did not give the impression that he knew everything. You know, a part of his diligence was reaching out to experts.
He did not slip into the usual military mindset of controlling and of being afraid of all the ideas that we must think about in order for us to find the solution for ourselves.
But for them, one thing is for sure, FVR's legacy will remain. Stanley Gaheta, CNN Philippines.
A C on the presidential yacht.